talking about the Fightins here. The Fightins.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. And it's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Chaos Chris, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
That is what I fully expected from a team that on paper is way better than the Rays team and is playing in a crappy minor league park that is built by the Yankees, who have already a Mickey Mouse stadium that is just easy for home runs. Tonight just looked great overall by the offense. Pitching looked great. I have really no complaints other than a few things. But Chris, Fratty, what's going on, gentlemen? What did you guys think?
You're high right now.
What do you guys think?
It was great tonight. I'm not surprised that we took the first game down here in Tampa. Overall, so
yeah.
I really got no complaints either. They were just going bombs away tonight. So
yeah, Fratty, I'm gonna let you finish, but before we do that, let's roll your intro, my guy.
Yo, Freddy, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Freddy's Corner. It's Freddy's Corner.
What's going on, everybody? Tonight, great. What's the name? Great Phillies win tonight overall. I'll say this. Wheeler looked dominant tonight for the most part, besides those couple runs he allowed. Overall, Wheeler looked dominant. Schwarber just looked – he's playing out of his mind tonight. He made that stadium look like he was, like, out to, like, almost hurt people for some reason, which, I mean, I really don't condone that type of stuff, but Schwarber was making that minor league park tonight look like a little league baseball field. It was that bad tonight. I mean, the poor dude sitting in the dugout tonight, the one guy in the Rays dugout, I don't know his name, but he took a hard shot and he was in pain for a moment there. I believe he's all right, but he was in pain there for a moment. Castellanos, like I expected, hit a home run tonight. What's the name? Alec Boehm hit his first. I thought he already had a homer this season. He hit his first home run. I felt like us having a day off, I mean, helped us. Helped take our minds off of the Phillies for a day, and then we come back the next day, with a win. I really think the Rays aren't. I don't think the Rays are such a great team. They're mediocre at best. Maybe to below average. But overall, I really got no other complaints. It was a great Phillies win. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we ride it into the sunset for Game 2 tomorrow, which is going to be at the same time. So,
right.
I'm like you, Shar. I'm kind of a little tired myself. So that's all I have to say for tonight. No other complaints. So
yeah, I agree with you. Well, Friday, I appreciate you hopping on. I appreciate your take as always, and I mean, again, this has been
Yo, Freddy, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Freddy's Corner. It's Freddy's Corner.
But yeah, man, I mean, I thought it was a great win. I thought that, first of all, before we get into our pitching report, I thought Zack Wheeler could have went a little bit longer. I really thought that Orion and Strom just really didn't have it tonight. I mean, they didn't look terrible, but they both let up a run. This bullpen still just concerns me. And I don't know, man. Like, I was really concerned there going into the 8th and 9th that we were going to – I knew we were going to win this game once Nick Castellanos hit that home run, but I thought it was going to be a lot closer than it was. So, I mean, looking at the overall pitching breakdown, pitching report, share my screen here so you guys can see. Wheeler went 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, no walks, 9 strikeouts, which I feel like every time he's been on the mound this season, he's been pretty dominant in the strikeout aspect. However, every outing he has had this season, he's also let up a home run. So he's slowly turning into Aaron Nola. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that, but his ERA is at 3.35. He gets the win tonight. He's 3-1 on the season. But again, I feel like he could have went a little bit longer. He had 84 pitches. I know he sat for 20 minutes, they said, just because we were scoring runs. But yeah, I feel like he could have went longer. But overall for Wheeler himself, I have no complaints there. I think, again, my only complaints is Kerkering and Strom. Kerkering came in for 1 inning pitch, let up 1 hit, 1 run. He earned it. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. No home runs, but his ERA is a 5.14, which is really not that great from a bullpen guy. And then Strom looked shaky as well. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 run. He earned that. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, 3.07 ERA. And again, I'm just very concerned with this bullpen. Some nights they have it, some nights they don't. It's good that we got the early lead because it seems like if we don't get early leads, or really just a big lead in general, this bullpen comes in and absolutely blows it. So, yeah. I mean, like, Chris, what do you think?
I mean, I was hoping to see Wheeler out there for the 8th inning, but I understand, the fact that he sat for 20 minutes and 85 pitches already. It wasn't worth risking throwing him out there. I actually would have liked to see Romano tonight. Sounds crazy, but like when you have that big of a lead, maybe, get in these trash guys and let them get their confidence up a little bit. I would have rather seen Romano or I don't want to see Hernandez ever actually. But I would have rather seen Romano out there tonight over either Kerkering or Strom. But I get that you want to get those guys some work. I'm still not too worried about Kerkering and Strom. I think they're going to figure it out. I think they're fine. Yeah, they've had a few shaky outings, but there's just something about those two guys that I feel confident with. They don't seem like they completely fall apart like the Romanos do or the Hernandezes out there. I'm not too worried about them yet, especially since, Kerkering's your third option. Really, like you're probably going Alvarado or Strom before you go Kerkering, even though he's probably your best righty, which is another story. Should have brought back Hoffman, but I'm still not too worried about those guys. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'm not overly concerned, but it's still something to keep an eye on, I think, for the rest of the season. So, but going into our next topic, next thing we're going to take a look at is our batting report. Overall, I feel like for the most part, the batting was okay tonight. There's a few guys that I'm going to kind of touch on, especially two guys. And Chris, you know who I'm talking about because we texted the entire game for the most part. But looking at the breakdown, going through each guy, Stott, 0 for 5. He just really did not look great tonight. No walks, no strikeouts. Turner, 2 for 5. He looked pretty decent tonight. He accounted for 1 run. No RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. Harper, again, he looked okay tonight. No home runs from him, but, I mean, he did get on base so that way people could drive him in. 2 for 5. He accounted for 2 runs, 1 strikeout. Schwarber looked on fire today. Like Friday said in his little segment, he was tearing it up that Little League park, as I like to call it. 3 for 4, accounted for 2 runs, 2 RBI, 1 strikeout. 1 walk, no strikeouts. Castellanos, again, he looks fucking on fire tonight. He's a Florida native, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's from South Florida. So this was he was saying something about it being his homecoming type thing, being able to see the Florida sky again playing baseball.
Right.
Because obviously he hasn't been able to do that in the majors because they haven't had that kind of stadium before. So It's cool to see him play well tonight.
Yeah, he went 3 for 5 tonight. Accounted for 2 runs, had 4 RBI. He had a 3-run bomb. And then I think he hit a single for another RBI. 1 strikeout. And Kepler didn't look that great. 0 for 3, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Realmuto, I'm going to get into that in a second because he's just a whole separate topic on his own. And Chris, I see you cracking your knuckles there, ready to dig into him. But we'll get into that in a second. Realmuto just didn't look great. 0 for 3, 1 walk. Bohm looks like he's slowly starting to come back to his old self. Again, I don't need that 90 whatever RBI from last year. I just need him to be decent. So 2 for 4 tonight, accounted for 1 run, 2 RBI. And then Marsh, I'm going to get into that in a second because I don't think he deserves to be here. 1 for 3, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He just doesn't look great either. And again, it's going to be a whole separate topic because we have a clown of the game segment that we're going to do here in a second. But overall, I didn't think that the batting was terrible. But I will say this. I think it's more so just because they're playing in a Little League park. I mean, Bohm's home run to me is yes, it's a home run, but it's a home run in 5 parks, 5 major league parks, 2 minor league parks. So overall, I mean, it's the Yankee Stadium, and Yankee Stadium honestly is a Mickey Mouse stadium, in my opinion. That's the only reason why Aaron Judge has so many fucking home runs, because they built their park really shitty, but whatever.
It's still a double in every single park, if not more. So I'm actually I'm thinking Bohm is finally starting to turn this corner a little bit. And they need him to turn that corner because they're not going to call up Otto Kemp. It's not going to happen. Even though they probably should. I think you need some version of Alec Bohm back from the beginning of last year. Like, okay, yeah, we don't need that 100 RBI Bohm, but a decent hitter in that lineup is something we need.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I do think, and I've seen a lot of people say this on Twitter, and I'm kind of curious to your take. I feel like the Max Kepler signing is slowly starting to come to fruition and slowly starting to be worth what Dave signed him for. He's granted, I mean, he didn't have a good night tonight, but granted, he's hitting home runs, he's getting RBI. I was at the game, what was it, Saturday? He hit a home run, so I'm kind of impressed. I think he's so far, for the most part, been better than Austin Hayes and Whit Merrifield. So decent off-season signing. It's not hard to be better than either of them, honestly. So, but next topic I kind of want to get into and kind of want to talk about, and we just talked about this, but our clown of the game. For me personally, Chris, I know you have a whole rant you're going to go on, but I have 2 guys. My first guy is going to be JT Realmuto. I don't understand and comprehend how a few weeks ago, in the locker room after the game, you were asked what was one of the biggest issues with this team so far. And you had said, oh, we're grounding into double plays at the wrong time. But then you come to this game, you've grounded into 8 double plays in 30 games, 2 of them being tonight. He just looks offensively absolutely terrible. He grounded into, like I said, 2 double plays. He gets caught stealing at second base. He's just not contributing anything offensively. I know after this season, he's due for an extension, but I just don't see the Phillies extending him. I really don't. I see them extending Kyle Schwarber over JT Realmuto. He just doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. And I really, really would like to see the Phillies get a younger catcher, get a guy who can hit, who has a good pop time, who can catch runners stealing. I think Marchand is a good player, but I still think he needs time to develop. I've noticed with Marchand that when he's behind the plate and he's catching, the pitchers really just they're not used to him yet. I don't know if it's because he's new or because he's just not used to calling their pitches yet. I don't know. Maybe Stubbs was the answer all along, but I don't know, man. Like, that's my first clown of the game. And then obviously my other one is March for obvious reasons. I just don't think he's a major league player. Just bonehead moves in the outfield, bonehead moves running the bases today. I mean, there was no reason for him to get caught in that double play from Harper. No reason.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree with you on both the clowns of the game, and they go hand in hand. I'm not sure if you've looked at Logan O'Hoppe's stats recently, but he's just one of the best catchers in the game, if not the best. And they traded him for a platoon player in Brandon Marsh, who absolutely blows. He's not a Major League Baseball player anymore. And you have the guy on the bench who's batting. What is he still batting 300? If he's not 300, he's batting high 290s.
Who, Rojas?
And playing, near gold glove level defense, and you have him sitting on the bench. It's just I'm tired of seeing this piece of shit Brandon Marsh out here. He's batting 143 on the season. Like, just get rid of him. He's done. He's done. Like, you got Rincones Jr. in AAA tearing up, Otto Kemp in AAA tearing it up. You're not going to call up Crawford yet. I know that. But Crawford's tearing it up, and Rojas in the majors tearing it up, and you decide over all these guys you're going to play Brandon fucking Marsh, who sucks. You've already said he can't hit lefties, so he's limited there. Why is he playing? Get his ass out of here. He's done. He's done.
Sorry, I'm pulling up his stat line now. I mean, he's hitting a 130 right now.
He raised it 13. He raised it 13 points tonight because he had 1 hit in 3 bats.
I mean, but look at this. I mean, he's not hitting above 140 at all. I mean, he's hitting April 10th, he hit 133. Before that, 125, 118, 108, 108. He's not hitting anything major. And I mean, you look at it's
the strikeouts, man. It's really the strikeouts.
I mean, you look at his average. His best average was in 2022. Other than that, I mean, his average really is not anything impressive.
Yeah, he's had 1 good season, maybe 2, if you want to count 2022 when he was here.
I mean, I would say probably 23 and 24. I mean, other
24 was okay. 24 was like a below average left fielder because he played left field most of the time last year.
Right.
So he's fine. But you have better options on the team already is the problem that I have. It's just do something else. He's done.
Don't tell Brandon Marsh updates that.
I'll fight Brandon Marsh updates. I don't give a shit, dude.
Brandon Marsh updates. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Brandon Marsh is he's dog water. He's not good. So it is what it is. But getting into the opposite of the clowns, the stars of the game. Again, we kind of already talked about this, but I'll do mine real quick. It's got to be, for me, Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos. I mean, obviously, both bring power. I think lineup-wise, I've been saying this for weeks now. You can't split them up in the lineup. I feel like they feed off of each other. Every time one of them has a good game, the other one's right behind them having their own good game. If one of them hits a home run, the other one's hitting a home run. Doesn't have to be back-to-back in an inning, but just in a game in general, one of them's going to hit a home run one inning, the other one's going to hit a home run another inning. And I think they're perfect right where they're at in the lineup. So I would definitely keep it the way that it is. But yeah, those are both my stars of the game. If I had to choose a guy defensively, though, that's my star, I would probably say Bryson Stott. I know he went 0 for 5 tonight. I get that. But defensively, if he can save some runs like he did tonight, I'll give it to him because he had some great sliding stops to stop the ball from leaking into the outfield.
Yeah, my star of the game tonight, I'm going to give it to Alec Boehm. I mean, I know you want to say it was a minor league home run or whatever, but it was just 2-run shot opposite field. I'm going to give it to him. He doesn't get many of these. I'm a homer for Alec Boehm. I'll full on admit that. Now, I'll say one thing. Castellanos was near perfect tonight. Even the one at bat, he flew out. I think he had like a 7 or 8 pitch at bat, and he smoked the ball to center field. So, I mean, Castellanos can clearly get this tonight. So could Schwarber. I mean, there's a lot of guys deserving. Even Harper scored 2 runs, had 2 hits. Trey Turner looked decent out there tonight. Like, there's a lot of guys who could get it tonight. And hell, you had Zack Wheeler go 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. Only gave up 4 hits and had 84 pitches. There's a lot of guys that get the star of the game. But I'll give it to Boehm. Why not?
I'll give it to him, but I still think the home run was a little bit of a
It got it. Well, and the home run that Wheeler gave up was a home run in only that stadium.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, overall, not bad. The team for the most part has been playing pretty decently lately. I know they lost the last game against the Diamondbacks, but that game still, for the most part, was, in my opinion, decent. But looking at our probable pitchers coming up in the rest of this series, tomorrow night is a 7:05 start, as well as Thursday. Tomorrow we have Christopher Sanchez for the Phillies, 20-15 on the season. Left-handed pitcher, 3-1 on the season, 3.45 ERA with 39 strikeouts. He's going tomorrow against Shane Baz. Right-handed pitcher, 3-1 on the season, 3.86 ERA with 37 strikeouts. Should be a really good pitching matchup tomorrow. And then on Thursday, to close out the road trip, it's going to be Jesus Luzardo. Again, left-handed pitcher, 3-0 on the season, 1.94 ERA, 47 strikeouts against Ryan. I'm going to butcher his last name, but Pepioit, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Probably butchering it. If I am, I apologize. Right-handed pitcher, 2-4 on the season, 4.23 ERA with 35 strikeouts. I will say this. I do think Christopher Sanchez is going to shove tomorrow. I mean, he's facing the team that traded him away, so it's kind of a revenge game for him. So we'll see. We don't have any announced pitchers, though, for the Guardians series. It'll probably be Ranger Suarez, one of those games, I would assume, as well as Aaron Nola. That just makes the most sense. But that is on Friday and Saturday against the Guardians at Progressive Field. So overall, some pretty good pitching matchups coming up, some pretty good games coming up. And I will say this, my hot take, I do think that Nick Castellanos is going to have a series this series. He's playing in Florida, like we said earlier. He's a Florida native. He likes playing underneath the Florida skies. And plus, GTA 6 was delayed. So that's why he went yard tonight, in my opinion. Either that or just a very late Pope death home run. So
let's hope that this is just Castellanos like actually becoming a good ball player for the Phillies for a little bit here instead of just, death. Because it would be nice to, be able to rely on Castellanos. I mean, he's having a really good season so far. I mean, batting 288 so far. I don't know how many home runs he's had, but he's had a few. And he's got a decent amount of RBIs too. So I've liked what I've seen out of Castellanos so far this year. It's been maybe not living up to the contract, but he's playing fine.
Yeah. He's batting. So Nick Castellanos is batting .276, 3 home runs, 17 RBI, 35 hits. Actually, I think it's 4 home runs. I don't think this is updated.
Yeah, he's batting. So ESPN's updated right now. It's 288, 4 homers, 21 RBIs, .79 OPS. He's been fine. He's been pretty good. At least for a Casty season, this has been a pretty good year for him. So let's hope he can keep this up. And the strikeouts are seemingly down a lot less than they have been.
Right.
Which is very positive with him. I'd rather see him make some contact out there.
Right. Oh, and then the last thing I wanted to bring up with Kyle Schwarber, he's leading he's tied for the MLB lead in home runs right now at 11. So hopefully he can take the lead tomorrow, but we'll see. But that's all we have for you guys tonight. Phillies win 8-4. Overall, great game. We will be back here tomorrow. Again, the game starts at 7:10, so probably around the same time with the post-game show. Tomorrow night, they do have the main pod, so if you want to tune into that, please make sure that you do. It's a great show. They're going to be talking Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers, everything under the sun when it comes to Philly sports, so make sure you tune into that. And then we will have our post-game show right after theirs just because the game's a little bit later. So, again, Phillies win 8-4. We will see you guys back here tomorrow. And everybody, have a good night. Roll that outro.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone, and it's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with Eric, Chaos Chris, Dalt, and Ballpark Tommy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.